That's it. I need to see that.
But yeah, we had a great. I don't know if you remember, but we had a great time there.
How many shots did I have?
You only had one. We didn't.
That you saw.
No, this time it was not as bad. I redeemed myself on the mic. Look, I redeemed myself on the mic because I knocked over the karaoke table last time.
She did. She was laying across the karaoke table.
Let's be real. The karaoke table was. The guy was like, "You fine? Yeah. Keep singing." But besides that, this time it was. I mean, it was more vendors.
Right.
That's what I really liked.
Right. I see you supporting now with Dipped in Melanin.
Yes,
that is a
really
beautiful
like
shirt.
That. And I just like the fact that everybody came out and was trying to network, and just show what they had going on. I told you about DeAndre, and he didn't make it.
He's next week's guest.
Yeah, I was about to say he didn't make it, but he even was like, "Man, I missed y'all event." Last time he sung about 27 songs.
Yeah.
He thought it was his concert. So it was just fun. It's always fun. I like going and meeting the people. This time it was a lot of different people there and a lot of different performers. Y'all was there a little bit late, but it was a lot of singers and karaoke.
Yeah. It was
people.
a lot.
But it was fun.
We had fun. Great. So, in support of the smaller businesses, that was an awesome event.
Yeah.
It's growing each week, each month that we have it. We have it every third Thursday. And what we do is we come out and we simply network. Now, what I found out is a lot of people don't know what the term network means, what it implies. And I understand that it means something different to each person. Some people ask me, what do I do when I come out? What do you expect me to do? And I'm like, I expect you to have a handful of business cards and get rid of them before you leave.
Right.
Which is so interesting, man, because I don't do business cards at all.
I don't either.
And the reason why is because over the years, I've accumulated about 50,000 business cards. I have business card stacks and stacks of business cards with rubber bands on them, just like in random drawers or under the bed. I hope people not doing this to my business cards, but I know it's karma. You know what I'm saying? So I know they are. So I'm like, look, just put your number in my phone.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Or let me follow you on.
Yeah, I'll follow you on social media.
That's the new thing. But that is the new
that's
thing to do because it's easy to just be like, let me follow you on whatever. I can DM you.
Well, even people have electronic business cards now, so they can send those to one another and capture their information.
Man, at the most, I might take a picture of a business card and I'll save it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I've been like. The sister who made your shirt,
Right?
She speaks. So I got a picture of her business card. And I'm looking at it right now, so I can give her a shout.
Right.
So thank you for coming out to the networking event.
Follow sheprints.it, and you can get your T-shirt too. If you're watching tonight, Joy is the perfect model for She Prints right now.
She has on it too.
Wait, I didn't even know.
Autumn has
Well,
one
see, I
too.
saw that one. Look, everybody has on She Prints tonight.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. We got our wires crossed.
Man, love.
We gonna represent.
But that just show you how dope these shirts are. Actually,
Yes.
I bought one for my wife too.
See?
And she loves it. She loves the shirt. So, yeah.
That is the ultimate supporter. He always has a cool dad's rock shirt. Has a She Print shirt. Everybody comes on the show.
And I gotta tell you about my cool dad's rock shirt. The reason why I hadn't worn it yet. I ordered a woman's shirt instead of a man's shirt, so now I got to go back and order.
Give it to Misty.
Shirt. Well, yeah, I gave it to Misty, so she has it, but I got to get one for me now. That's the only reason. So, LV, if you listening, man, the only reason I have not taken a picture with that shirt and put it on social media is because it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
have Misty take the shirt, put it on, and you take a picture holding Misty.
Yeah,
I will
right
do
to
that.
him.
I will do that. Yeah.
And another thing at the network I noticed,
Uh-oh.
especially with Miss Josie, shouts out to
Paparazzi
jewelry because they don't play no games.
She was not playing.
She does. You know when every time she has all the
I thought it was her event.
But when I go over and just try to get one or two things, she be like, "No, Joy,
that's not gonna work.
You need to get this, and this."
And
I be like,
you have a whole collection where you have anklets and toe rings.
And then, and she's so good because she'll throw in something for free and be like, here, you can have that too. And I be like, girl, you know I'm coming back next time.
Yeah, she got me the first night. And man, Misty went over to that table. I had like 4 bags.
See? I saw that.
I had like 4 bags.
No, she's good. I like her.
Yeah.
And even when I try to put something back and I get the things I want,
It ends
it
up in
ends
your
up
bag.
in my bag. Look at God.
she's so sweet.
She is so.
Look at paparazzi.
Shouts
doing
out
it
to
up.
paparazzi.
Right.
It
Shouts
shows me.
out, guardian angel.
Yo, and I want to leave my man out, Evan, who came through with the
much love.
Evan. If y'all don't know who this man is, I'm gonna give him a shout. I'm gonna give his Instagram thing later on when I find it. But Evan came through, man. He is a distributor for black-owned manufactured products. So products like laundry detergent, like soap, like shampoo, and all kinds of stuff, man. These are all black-owned products, and I know I've been talking to a lot of people who's like, "Yo, we don't make our own stuff."
And
I'm
do.
like, "Yo, yes, we do. Call Evan." So
Right,
Evan got like about
right.
10 new customers, because but we need to know that these people are out here and these products that are
Right.
out here. So I appreciate you, Evan, for coming through to the networking event on Thursday, man.
Absolutely.
Much love to you.
We got to have you on air.
Yes, yeah, and
Absolutely.
he just wrote a book. He just wrote a book about 12 black billionaires, the 12 black billionaires in the world, I guess.
Okay.
And so that's what it's all about. So if you want to know about wealth, you get that book. So I'll have his social media. I don't know what's going on right now. We're having technical difficulties. But I'll put his book on blast later on tonight, as
Okay.
well as his social media thing.
So make sure you follow DAP at.
Daps World on Instagram
Something's wrong with
and
him.
Dap Paxton on Facebook. You gotta be enthusiastic, man. That's the only way.
I see.
If you're not excited, who's gonna be excited?
I'm always excited. But as I said, it was a great event. And then straight from that event, we went right into the Rundown. So the Rundown hosted all the shows on IBNX.
Yeah.
It was off the Chizang. I came during lunch because I worked down the street. Came during lunch and had to come back after work and stayed again. And they had I was on a couple segments, and on one segment they had an original cipher, and everybody just went around the room except me.
You didn't freestyle?
I get you know.
You didn't
I
drop
would have brought out. Let's see. I would have brought out something from years before they even thought about rapping. They'd have been like, "Wait a minute, that's a different beat." Y'all know me. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have shown my age, but everybody was like, "Uncle Sean, you next." I'm like, no. I was certainly out of my league, but that was
know,
a
right?
night.
I was too.
That was a night worth coming out, worth listening to. I hope they do it again sooner than a year from now. It really got me doing some cross pollination and other people working and listening. And there are a lot of shows on IBNX, and it is really giving everyone an opportunity to make the most of their talent. And so we applaud right now, IBNX, all that good stuff.
I would have been there because
Yeah, that's it.
I'm a poet, and I would have joined the cipher.
Well,
Yes,
no, throw a little
she-
something in
yes,
there.
she is.
Throw a little-
But yeah, they had a lot of different women here.
Oh, it was-
doing all types of things. You would have felt.
Yeah, I got like mad
Look,
skills.
I
Living in
actually-
IBNX heaven.
I actually felt like an amateur in the building, but it was still good to meet everybody, and I had fun. Like,
Saying she not an amateur.
well, yeah, I am,
Oh,
but still, I felt even more of an amateur.
No,
like
you were good.
a little bitty
You were good.
person.
But what she's saying is there was such a caliber of talent here. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. You cannot imagine the group of
Mic check,
people
1, 2, 1, 2.
that are all over the place, and what they bring to the table, and the conversations varied. I mean, from each end of the pole, and
just was listening.
There was too much. There was too much and not enough. So we needed to happen again.
That's dope.
All right.
I hate
just
that I
was
missed it.
I
Yeah.
really couldn't.
Don't worry.
even-
I had to take grandma
y'all doing it
to
again?
Florida.
Is it coming up again?
I saw you.
Is it an annual event? 6 months? 3 months? It's
I think
every year.
Once
It's
a
every
year.
year.
Yeah.
Once a year?
It's once a year.
We're gonna have to do
Every
like a
month.
Oh, it's once
Oh,
a
well,
month.
I'll be back.
Oh, word. I was like, we're gonna have to do a Christmas special or something.
Oh, I thought it was once a year. So
Okay, that's
you
what's
said a
up.
Christmas special. Oh, they gonna have one.
See, and we're saying all of this to simply say we need to do much better
Right.
at supporting our own businesses,
Yeah.
because a lot of times you hear that there's just not enough, or you don't trust them, or this, that, and the other. You know what? You got to get over the stereotypes that other people have breathed into life.
Right.
Because there are some reputable businesses. If I said that properly, I know I can spell it. I don't know if I said it right.
It's okay.
But
I don't even know what that word means.
Reputably.
I'm sorry. There are some business with great reputation. How about that? And
I'm about to Google that right
And
now.
at the same time, REPUT.
Come on, Autumn, how you spell it?
I know, right? I can't with you.
I'm just saying.
It's reputably said.
Say it. Right. Be conscious, basically. So we're getting a few hits on our look. If you're watching now, we got a few people watching, and I need some more. I need your comments to come through so we can respond to them.
Yeah, we wanna talk.
And because we want to talk to you. So if you are on the IBNX YouTube page, you'll see us live right now. If you're listening and you just want to see all these she print shirts, then we're gonna have Autumn and Joy show off their shirts.
We gonna
So-
model.
It's catwalk.
Say what? Catwalk.
model.
We gonna what?
We gonna model.
Y'all gonna model.
Okay.
Look. Amateur. But I'm reclaiming my time. but again, we said all that to say, hey, we need to support more black businesses. And in saying that, we have a guest tonight that will be on shortly. She's running a little behind, but we're going to look for her. And it's a very unique business that you wouldn't think that we as a people own. And so I want you to stay tuned, and I want you to stay woke. But I don't think we're going to break right now. So,
But you know, it's
Are we-
I'm glad that you brought this topic up about black businesses.
okay.
Because I've had some interesting conversations like over the last week or so, and it seems like everybody is kind of like on this same trajectory right now.
Absolutely.
You know, everyone's like trying to find ways to wake up,
To wake up, and that's what's happening.
you know, and support. So, man, I talked to my neighbor about 45 minutes. Mind you, I've been living in this house for 3 years, and we have not spoken. Not like that. Like we
I feel
say,
you. I feel
hey,
you. People used to know their neighbors. Now,
Right.
They just see them on
Man.
passing by.
We stood outside talking for 45 minutes, and it was really about, you know, black consciousness and,
Yeah.
and waking up. And we talked about black businesses. So another plug, because I'm excited
We got to know
about.
your boy's website.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. My phone's jacked up right now, but it's not a black-owned phone company either. So I'm just saying.
Stay charged.
But I want to put this plug out there because it's very exciting to me to just share all the different ways that we can support black businesses. There is a website called WeBuyBlack.com. That's WeBuyBlack.com, and they have a number of black-owned businesses, black-owned products and services.
Yeah, I follow
on there.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, check out WeBuyBlack.com. I actually met the brother at the Juneteenth festival this summer. Cool brother, cool as the other side of the pillow, man.
Somebody else we need to have on.
Yeah. So I'll reach out to him. But there are ways. We have outlets. Like
Right.
Walmart is not the only place that you can buy stuff.
Right. And the first thing we need to do before we think of buying anything is search the web.
Right.
Find out who is around you or who you can get it mail. Or if you're willing to wait for Amazon, you can wait for We Buy Black. You can wait for there are like 5 or 6 new websites that just popped up within the last few months that specialize in nothing but supporting black businesses. If every other race can do it and not have a problem with it, then we can too. So if it doesn't start with just your circle, you don't have to run out and make your friends support. Just you support. And when they come over and they say, where you get that from, that's when you let them know.
Yeah.
Because support is it's a contagious thing. So it comes along slowly, and then the waves of support come in. So let's start a ripple effect right
You're
now.
like, I made them socks. You made them socks? Them socks are dope. Can I get 2 pair of them socks?
You know what? When we come back, we
make-
gonna hear from Autumn because she's sitting there smiling.
Daps World socks.
But,
I'm
you
just
know,
saying. That's
we'll be back in just a moment. And until the time that you hear my voice again, nudge somebody and tell them stay woke.
All right.
and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not have been played out on the air if not for platforms like IBNX Radio. We need more community radio. We need to support local artists, and we need to support this project. IBNX Radio helps make dreams come true. Please support. Thank you. Hey, this is M. Love, and I'm a radio personality here at IBNX Radio. And I have to say that my dream would not
avenues out there to help support our own businesses and our own communities, and make sure that we recycle that dollar more than we've been told historically that it recycles in our own neighborhoods. We're in a time now where people are becoming more conscious, more awake, more aware of the fact that there are businesses out there that we've never even touched upon, and now we have an opportunity like never before with the access to the internet and social media to reach out and create the network that we need to have in order to continue to support our businesses. We're joined tonight by an independent business that has come on the scene and with a very different niche that we'd love to know much more about. No, Mr. and Miss Harris.
Hi.
Could you tell us all about the Vino Van? Go ahead and introduce yourselves, and then start with your social media so that people can begin to follow you immediately.
All right.
And
Sounds
then
good.
and then go into exactly what Vino Van is, how you birthed this wonderful idea.
Okay, well, my name is Billy Harris. My company is the Vino Van LLC, which is Atlanta's premier wine tour experience. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. The tag is at the Vino Van LLC. Currently, I am doing wine tastings, pop-ups actually, all around the city, and you can Google those on Eventbrite. And they're the Summer Wine Tasting Series. I have my husband with me tonight, Flavius.
Hello.
Man of many words. But the Vino Van came about probably about 2 years ago. I had this vision of doing tours up to the North Georgia vineyards because I've been visiting them for the past 5 or 6 years. And it's always a lot of fun. Normally when I go, I take a bunch of friends. We'll rent like a regular, 15, 12 passenger van, and we'll go up there to the vineyard.
Okay.
So I thought, well, we have a great time doing this. I'm sure a lot of other people in the city would love to do this too. So it's been in the makings for about 1.5 years.
Okay.
The Vino Van is actually a 12-passenger customized Mercedes Sprinter van.
Okay.
And included in the tours, you have your tastings at 6 or 7 different wineries that are located up near the Helen, Cleveland, Georgia area. So we'll visit those clusters. It is a day trip.
Okay.
So we'll pull out of Atlanta about 9:30 in the morning with complimentary mimosas. And
Fancy.
we right, get the party started.
I'm already in the van.
Right. And on the way up, my guests are free to ask me any questions they like about wines, anything pertaining to wine. So we're going to do a little wine 101
Okay.
on the way up.
Okay.
There's also a PA system in my van where I will be commentating as we're moving around to different vineyards and wineries, giving a little bit of history about each one of them, and of course, again, answering any questions that my guests may have. We will, the tour covers all of the tastings at all 6 of the wineries. It includes lunch as well. We'll have lunch at one of the wineries. A lot of them have live music going on, especially on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay.
So that's a lot of fun too.
Okay.
Also, we'll have, complimentary snacks, complimentary waters, souvenir glasses, the whole 9. And of course, you have your designated driver, so there's no need to worry.
Right.
You
So
can
I
just
get
enjoy
as tipsy
yourself.
as I want.
Absolutely.
Did you say tipsy, Sean? Did you say
I was
tipsy?
gonna say-
Silence. Silence.
I think I
Y'all are
have
gonna have a
my.
bad impression of me.
I'm just saying, like,
Look.
tipsy
Oh,
only
goodness.
goes so far, and then it graduates to.
Yeah, I was saying. I think.
But
I
Joy
think
was
I-
tipped over.
Thin line.
Regardless, with the designated driver, I think I got my new birthday
There it is.
celebration plan
would
going on
love.
for
Absolutely.
2018
Turn up.
because that sounds like a lot of fun.
My quick question. Well, my mind is always working towards a couple things here,
Okay.
but immediately we said that the Conscious Party should get together and do a trip with you,
You sure should.
so that we can speak from experience, not just
Absolutely.
hearing.
Right.
So, are there different prices? Is there a group
Yes.
fee? Or what? So because I'm sure that people listening you've already piqued
You
their
ready?
interest.
Y'all ready?
And they,
Y'all need to be
they've
buying
been
Atlanta, are you
classes
ready?
already.
And I just want to say, Atlanta, because I already looked at the prices ahead of time.
Oh.
It's my next birthday plan. But go ahead. Look at
No, but I'm gonna need the people on the airwaves tonight.
Right. Well, the prices for Fridays and Saturdays is $148 a person.
Okay.
Sundays is $138 a person. Reason being, on Sundays the vineyards open a little late and they close a little early, so we may not hit all 6 on Sunday. We're going to definitely hit 5. Also, if you are booking a private event, you get an additional 10% off for
Okay.
your party if you're booking the whole entire van.
Okay.
And it's a few extra little perks. They're surprises. That's what makes it fun.
Great.
So you have to book your private party to find out what those are.
Yes.
But it's going to be well worth it.
Wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Sounds like a birthday party for real.
And
Yeah.
how many
And you
people
said
did
up to
the van?
12, right?
Well, it's a 12-passenger
12,
van,
okay.
but there are only 10 seats
Right.
because I count my driver's seat. And then, of course, I'll be on the van as well because I'll be there commentating.
Okay.
So you get to drink every weekend.
Every trip.
Well, I won't
Did you see
indulge.
Y'all hiring.
Look, y'all hiring. You only gotta pay him.
Y'all hire
If they have a new one that comes out here or there, I'll try it out. Yeah.
So, what
That's
is
so
your
funny.
relationship like with those vineyards? Then, are you
Oh, wow.
are you creating? Obviously, you're creating an influx of business for them.
Yes.
And they, in turn,
Well, they in turn are giving me a lot of extra little perks for my guests. And they're just really down to earth people. Like
Great.
all of them, all of the wineries, all of the vineyards, the winemakers up there. They're really welcoming. They're very nice. Sometimes it may be a few things along the trip. Once we get to the winery, they may throw in that I know nothing about. They're
Great.
just really they're really good people.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
nice.
I've done the Helen trip a couple times. Just never did it in a van full of people that are drinking.
So
Really?
Get it in
how
a
many,
car.
It's a great way to censor
what's
that.
the total amount of wineries up there?
Near there are, at this point, I think it's 7.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 7. It's 7 now because a few of them have closed, and then some new ones have opened. One of the
Okay.
newer ones being Kaya,
Okay.
and I think Sanita. But most of them are owned by husband and wives or family owned ones, and a few of them they just decided, hey, we've been doing it for so long, we just kind of want to retire. One of my favorite ones that closed down was the Sylvan Valley Wines, and they had these wine slushies that were delicious.
Slushies.
Wine slushies. But now there are others. I've
Okay.
visited since then, so there are other wineries up there that also have the slushies.
Wonderful.
Those are also included in the trip.
You hear that, folks?
We'll get a
Wine
chance to taste the
slushies
wine
Slushies
slushies
are
as well.
included. Yes.
Wow.
This is
I'm doing the
fascinating to me.
math.
I know.
This, because I didn't even know that Georgia had wineries before we met.
Oh,
right?
wow. Yeah.
And so you really educated me to this whole industry, this whole side of the
Yeah.
industry. Because I'm just used to going to Publix and buying the,
Okay, and there's
$12
nothing wrong with that now.
a $12 bottle of wine. I
right.
would say 12, but it was really like $8.99.
Oh, it's on sale, right?
Looking for those single digits.
Right.
All up and down the
like,
aisle.
no, that's too much. No, I mean, but also you're a wine expert.
Almost.
So-
I'm getting there. But I am WSET level 1 certified.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, the WSET, it's the Wine Spirit Education Trust.
Okay.
It's a European-based program. It's more along the lines of wine education, separate from the Master Court of Sommeliers. That's more along the lines of wine service. So for me, I'm more interested in winemaking. Ultimately that's what I want to do. I want to be a winemaker. So I decided to go the education route as opposed to going the wine service route. I mean, who knows? Eventually, down the line,
Do
I
you
might
want to
do that.
eventually have like a winery?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That is my
That
ultimate
sounds
goal.
so cool.
That was one of my future questions. I was
Yes.
like, okay, with all of this tasting going
Yeah.
on, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I'm sure you
there's
want to
another
do something
business on
like
the
that.
horizon.
It is that
Okay.
I mean, with the tastings and with the tastings that I do, the pop-ups that I do, that also helps me learn as well. A lot of times, I'll have wines that I'm familiar with, but sometimes I like the element of surprise as well. So I'll have wines that I've never tried just to have that experience with my guests of tasting a new wine that I've not even tried. So we get to discuss the wines together, with what we like, what we don't like. And the beauty of that is the fact that at these tastings, there are going to be some wines that some people aren't going to like.
Right.
But the only way for you to find out
That's
what
how
you
you
do
find out.
like is to figure out what you don't.
Right.
Right.
So that's not a bad thing.
To keep tasting them until you
Right.
find the one you
And
like.
it's no such thing as bad wine. Because
Right.
even, if it's a wine that I don't like, I might
Someone
not
else-
like it, but you may love it.
Right.
So that's what I love about wine. Like, it's so open. Everything about it is just, it's organic. It depends on the individual. So that's what intrigues me so much about it. It's everything. It's life, it's history, it's culture.
Right.
Wine brings people together.
It really does.
And that's my whole thing. I want to share my experience with wine with everybody else, and I want other people to inquire about it and not be afraid to say, oh well, I don't know a whole lot about it. But that's the beauty of it too. Learning about it is the fun part. Because when you learn, you get to taste the wines. That's the that's fun.
That's the fun
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, that's the
That
fun
is the
part.
fun
You
part.
get to taste and
taste.
explore. So
So I have a question. So they actually have the grapes up there?
yes, they
And-
do.
Okay, and then the other one is, are there any minority-owned wineries up there?
Well, not in that area. There is one that I found. I think it's South Georgia. It's called Tilford, maybe. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But it is a black-owned winery. I do now. That would be a special trip. I'm trying to figure out how to work that one
It's
because
so
it's
far
just
south.
yes,
And
it's
it's
far
by itself.
south, and there's not really any others around there. So maybe if I can figure out something, maybe to do like a day trip or some sort of wine dinner per se. But I definitely want to support that one. And they are from Mississippi originally. Yeah, my home state.
So you've done your
Yeah,
homework.
Mississippi.
So
Yeah.
what's the flagship wine that the Harris family will introduce to us?
Well, the thing about it with me, and this is, might sound a little weird, but I don't necessarily have a favorite wine per se. I love them all. Now, I do have a few favorite regions. I'm a lover of French wine, or really any of the old world wines. I'm an old world girl.
Okay.
I like the traditional method of winemaking.
Okay.
There are, some new world wines that I do like, but for the most part, I'm an old world girl. So most of the wines that I make are going to be, based upon those traditional styles of winemaking.
Wonderful, wonderful. And that's a great way to segue into our next break because I want everybody to think about the fact that we now have a new trip, a new birthday destination.
Get on the bus.
And at the same time, right, get on the bus. But we have a new way of supporting a black business and at the same time having a great, great weekend. So if you can, stay woke and we'll be back shortly.
simply because the whole world was focused on this one thing makes it important and powerful, right? So these are just some of the things that I was thinking about when I was pondering the eclipse, all right? It's a sense of newness, right? It's a new moon, right? It's a new event. It's something that hadn't happened like in, I don't know when the last time we had a 79. Thank you.
You know,
Autumn. Can you
Autumn
spell that?
knows.
Can you spell 70?
SEVEN.
But it's a sense of newness, and so for me, I feel like this is a time period for us to kind of reevaluate some things, maybe some old ways of thinking that no longer serve us, and shed some stuff and move forward in our life.
It's a new light.
And I keep saying this over and over again, and rewrite our narrative, so we're moving forward into the future and not stuck in the past on that cycle. Also, I meditate. So I get down with the meditation. I just feel like that was an opportunity for us to vibrate higher.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Right. No, I mean any opportunity.
I meditate too.
Yeah, any opportunity that you can get to center yourself and to really monitor your breathing and isolate your thoughts, right, is a powerful moment. So you can actually take control over what you are creating for yourself in your own life just by being still for a moment and focusing on your breath, because we only have this moment right here. We can't do anything about the past. We can't do anything to change what's happening in the future, but what we can do is change our way of thinking right now and change our right now, and that will impact the future. Also, it made me think about all the things that we believe. Right, I hear a lot of people talking about, I believe this, I believe in that, I believe whatever. Belief is a crutch. We have to know. Knowing is the way that we move forward. All right, so cut all this belief stuff out, man. If you believe it and you believe it for real, and you talking about I believe this and I believe that, then you better know it, because belief is only going to take you so far. Because if you don't know it, then once you get to that wall, you stuck right there.
I believe I know.
You believe you know? Nah, brother, you better know. You better know. You better know whatever it is that you are investing your time and your thoughts and your energy into.
Absolutely.
You better know.
Speak life.
That is yes, exactly. That's what's bringing life, and that's what's bringing your transformation. And speaking of transformation, the eclipse, newness. This is an opportunity to reprogram ourselves, opportunity to take a look at our framework, our thinking, what we have been taught throughout growing up, or even in our adult life. These things that we say we believe in, right? Because somebody else told us that we need to
Right.
believe in it. It's about time that we look at this programming and we start to evaluate. Just ask some questions to your own self. You ain't got to ask nobody else, and the answers will be shown to you. So we have to reprogram ourselves, even if it's saying, okay, I'm not going to say I hate for a whole day. I'm going to say I love for a whole day. So I'm just going to focus on the things that I love all day. That would change your programming right there. Or I am grateful for ... That would change your programming for the whole day, instead of talking about all the stuff that you don't like. Talk about the stuff that you're grateful for, the people that you're grateful for. Reprogramming. Last thing, and I'm done. Confidence. Be confident in everything that you do. I think that this eclipse thing was a testament from nature, kind of showing us how to be confident in our movements. So the moon moved right in between the sun and the earth, and it did not hesitate to do that. You know what I'm saying? It kept on moving. And then when it was done blocking the sun from the earth, it kept on moving. It didn't look back. It wasn't trying to impress nobody like Joy. It was like, I'm going to do my thing and I'm going to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about no show. It wasn't trying to take no selfies and put it on social media. You know what I mean? Everybody else was taking pictures of it. You know what I mean? It was shining.
I was out there taking pictures.
All by itself.
Crescent.
And I'm saying, when we're in alignment, we're going to shine no matter what, and move in confidence with your shine. So it's not just good enough to shine no more. You gotta be confident and certain about your shine. So shine on. That's Daps World. You can follow me on Instagram at Daps World or on Facebook at Dap Paxton. I love y'all, beautiful people, and I'm out.
It's your girl Autumn Monroe, and it's time for Autumn Leaves. Leaves of knowledge falling down on you. So sit back, relax, and get ready to get full. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Did you all like the music that was just playing? That music
Yes.
was my friend Kathleen Bertrand. She is the founder of the Bronze Lens Film Festival. And the Bronze Lens Film Festival is this coming week. It starts Wednesday. It goes to Sunday. They have a cornucopia of events. It's for minorities. It features minorities. The award ceremony is on Sunday. They have some amazing workshops on Thursday. They have like a legal mash on Thursday. They have a master class with Lamont Rucker. They have the producers roundtable lunch event. That they're having a men's brunch on that Sunday, as well as a they always have a civil rights event on that Sunday, Black movement event. And then there's the luncheon on Saturday. So if you go to www.bronzelens.com, you can get that information. You can get your passes. They have student passes. If you are interested in the film business at all, you really need to be at this event this weekend. So make sure you go to www.bronzelens.com for more information. The other thing that's happening this coming weekend is the 100 Women of Black Women of Atlanta, the Metropolitan Atlanta chapter, is having their Unsung Heroes Awards Gala this coming Saturday. And this fundraiser is specifically for the Sisters Helping Sisters program, which is a component of empowering women. Their SHS community-based program is designed to assist female domestic violence survivors and potential victims become economically self-sufficient. The program emphasizes serving the whole woman, providing a realistic self-sufficient tool to support employment, life skills, for long-term success. The basic tenets of the Sisters Helping Sisters program include self-realization, actualization, job readiness and coaching, and financial literacy. They partner with the Allstate Foundation. They use their financial model for financial literacy, and they also partner with the Salvation Army. So their Unsung Heroines Luncheon. This is, I'm going to go ahead and read it like a plug right quick. The National Coalition of 100 Black Women Incorporated, Metropolitan Atlanta Chapter, invites you to the 21st Annual Unsung Heroines Awards Gala. It's at the Atlanta Airport Marriott Gateway Hotel, 2020, Convention Center Concourse, Atlanta, Georgia, 30337. And it's going to be in the Gateway Grand Ballroom this Saturday, August 26th, 2017, from 7 p.m. to midnight. And now this is a black tie event, but it's going to be entertainment and dancing. And, I want to tell you about, their honorees. One of the special honorees to me is my chapter sorority sister. We're both in Upsilon Alpha Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, is Miss Dion M. Battle. Yay, Dion. Congratulations. The other unsung heroines are Aisha Doyle, Jill Hines Hillman, Dr. Evelyn A. Lavizo, and Carolyn Young. The Catalyst Award goes to Rhonda Briggins. The Humanitarian Award goes to Alma G. Davis. The Pioneer Award is the Honorable Kimberly Esmond Adams. And the Trailblazer Award goes to Bishop Sharma D. Lewis. Now, they do have sponsorship packages available. Single tickets are $100, and you can get tables of 10 for $1,000. I'm not sure about all the different packages, if they're all still available. Okay, let me tell you something. The National Coalition of 100, they will always take your $10,000. Yes, they
Right.
will. And they will work that package out. So if you have $10,000 and, for them 20 tickets, 2 tables, and some perks, you go and get in contact with them. They also have the diamond level at $5,000, the gold level at $2,500, the silver level at $1,500, and then, the table purchase is $10,000. So with each of those levels, you get seats. I'm not sure about the other perks, but you can reach the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Incorporated, Metropolitan Atlanta Chapter, at 100 Edgewood Avenue Northeast, Suite 1605, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. You can call them for more information at 404-522-1061 or email ncbwatl@bellsouth.net and on the web, www.ncbw-metroatlchapter.org. This event is really for a worthy cause. Go and make it a date night if it's somebody's birthday or something going on. If you have a youth or someone that you want to have inspired, you really need to get over to this event on Saturday. It's really important, and it really is for a worthy cause. So make sure that you do that. Make sure that you get over to the Bronze Liz. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you all a secret.
She came out of that quick.
Yes, let me tell you all something. So you cannot use the fact that you do not have money so you can't attend events.
Right.
Most fundraising events require volunteers. It's an amazing networking opportunity. I have gotten so much networking done because I have volunteered at all but two Bronze Lens film festivals. And they give you perks for giving up your time. I started off as a volunteer with the Trumpet Foundation, and I actually got hired. I started off as a volunteer with the United Negro College Fund, and I got hired. So you need to make sure that you don't use that as an excuse. If you don't have any money, you missed the volunteer opportunity, you just need to go and be in the building. If you're an
Right,
artist, you need to
right.
just go and be in the building. Sit in the lobby. You never know who will
Who's gonna
walk
walk by.
past, who's going to walk by you. Take your information with you and do what you can, get it done. You know, it's about get where you trying to go by any means necessary. If you're serious about your what you're trying to do, then you need to get out here and get it done. And this has been your girl Autumn Monroe with Leaves of Knowledge falling down on you, and you can reach me at on Facebook and Instagram at Miss Autumn Monroe. That's MISSAUTUMNMONRE. That get right. ROE. And then you can reach me on Twitter at Autumn Monroe, and that's AUTUMNMONROE. It has been my sincerest pleasure to be of
love
service to
her.
you all,
like the
and
end of
I
the
am
email.
always trying to help you get where you trying to go. Let me help you help yourself.
Stay woke.
This is Autumn Monroe, and stay woke.
so much going on here in the studio that we have to keep sharing. Now, you've had the pleasure of hearing everybody's segment tonight, and now we're just going to wrap that all together because we started off talking about networking and supporting black businesses. We went to a list of things. I don't know where that
Before
came
he
in.
continues, you were just listening to the smooth sounds of Kathleen
To the s-
Bertrand.
You were just listening to the smooth sounds of Kathleen
Kathleen
Bertrand.
Bertrand.
I said Catherine. There must be a Catherine talking about me somewhere. But
Get that, Catherine. Where you at, Catherine? Call in. What's the phone number?
see, she not your age. She not in your age range.
No, I'm doing that for you. I'm doing that for you.
Anyway, what we're talking about tonight is simply DAP did a very good job of telling you basically to walk in your light, and that's one thing that you have to do when you're doing your own networking. And then Autumn came in and she said the perfect thing. Even if you don't necessarily have the funds, listen to DAP's advice and say it just the opposite. I may not have the funds for this, but this is what I can do to get into that event. So take a page from each of them and volunteer. The Bronze Lens has been coming up, and it's not a surprise to anybody who's in the acting arena. If you wanted to be there, you would be there. So I was always told you have the life you want, because you have the right to change your life at any moment. If you sit back and notice the things that are around you that are going wrong, you can definitely pull out the things that are going right and thrive on those things. So if you choose to volunteer, and we're going to talk more in depth about some other volunteer opportunities in the weeks to come. There are opportunities all around Atlanta, and if you are truly about your art, truly wanting to do something instead of just saying you're going to do it, then you have to take that first step. And volunteering is the first way in. So what if you don't have a $10,000 table this year? Put it in your 2-year, your 3-year, your 5-year plan. Because if you look back 3 years ago from today, you didn't have half the things you have now. So we can speak life at any time.
Oh, yeah.
So change your path, change your mind, change your course, and stay woke.
Stay woke.
Now, it's talking about networking. We're going to jump right back over here on this Vino van.
Yes.
Because they are still with us and they are staying woke with us. And I thank everybody for being on your social media tonight, because we are getting hit up on every Facebook, Twitter, and everything else, and everybody's phones are in the air because we're on all those networks as well as on YouTube. So even if you miss us tonight on YouTube, you'll be able to watch us again on our own site and our own YouTube pages as well. So just getting back to the Vino van. Do you have a trip? How often are your trips? Are they weekly, or do you just plan every other week? How do you go about planning your trips?
Well, my trips will be every weekend. They will run Fridays through Sunday
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
Depending on the demand, I may extend them to Thursday. Reason being, the vineyards and the wineries, they're open every day.
Right.
So I ultimately want to be able to offer tours all during the week.
Mm-hmm.
So, but right now I'm starting off with just the weekends,
Okay.
Fridays through
So,
Sundays.
but if somebody wanted to do a special
trip.
event,
Absolutely.
You can-
doesn't
I
have
sure
to be
will.
the weekend.
No, it does not
And
have to be the
then
weekend.
The
Not
other
at all.
question is it all year round,
It is year round. Most of the vineyards up there stay open year
even in the
round.
winter?
Even in the winter. There's a few of them that close down, but the ones that are still open, we will go to those.
Okay.
Yeah, we will visit those.
And for those of you who are just joining us, and I do apologize because we jumped right back into that.
Sure did.
Give us just a little more. Once again, I'm gonna allow you to introduce Vino Van again to those listeners who are just joining.
Okay.
And so that they'll have an idea of what we're talking about, because all they know right now is we on a van.
I know, right? Well,
Going to the mountains.
Going to the mountains.
Hello, Atlanta. My name is Billy Harris. I am the founder and vinologist for the Vino Van LLC. The Vino Van is Atlanta's premier wine tour experience. We do tours straight from Atlanta to pickup locations up to the North Georgia vineyards. And those tours are offered Fridays through Sundays. It's a 10-passenger customized Mercedes Sprinter van that will pick you up from that location. It's a day trip. We'll spend all day up in North Georgia at those wineries tasting and having a great time.
how many hours is all day?
Well, from 9:30 to about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, because the last vineyard closes at 6:15.
And
So
how long
after
does it
that-
take to get back to Atlanta?
Well, the drive is only like an hour and 15 minutes from Buckhead.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not very far at all.
Right.
And it's a fun ride.
It's a fun ride.
And they'll
Yeah,
be
we have a
asleep
lot
on the
of
way
fun.
back.
They probably will.
So where
Stay
do you-
woke.
Yeah.
where's the pickup and drop off?
Okay, so my 2 pickup locations, I have one in East Point and I have one in Buckhead.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. So we interview quite a bit of entrepreneurs here.
Okay.
And for some reason, man, like everybody that we brought in has had something very, very unique
Yes.
to
Oh, cool.
bring. And this is like super dope.
Yeah.
Because it's something that people don't typically think about when they
Yeah.
think about a business and going into entrepreneurship. So I'm just curious to know, like, what was your inspiration behind starting the Vino Van?
Well, it started with my personal love for food and wine because the two go together. It's a marriage. I mean,
I
I,
like
feel
that.
like you can't have one without the other.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's
Take
beautiful.
glass down.
But it started off with my love for food and wine, and I found myself, being a stay-at-home mom or a mother of 4, and I was always interested in festivals. That's like my thing. Like I love any type of festivals, anything different, anything out of the norm. So I found myself always finding all of these little food festivals and wine tastings all around the city. And I've been going to them for years. And I've kind of branched out a little bit now. So now I go to one annually at Martha's Vineyard, which is absolutely my favorite.
Okay.
So I'll be going there in October.
Okay.
So I'll be bringing back some more wine ideas and some more interesting and fun wines that I'll probably have at my tastings when I come back from there. But it just started out with my personal love for food and wine. And as I, got into the educational part and I started taking classes at the Atlanta Wine School, as well as at Emory University, I began to have little tastings at my home with my friends. And it was just a lot of fun, teaching them about wine and showing them, a whole different side of wine other than, the Moscatos and the Rieslings and,
Right.
certain things. It's like, those are beautiful wines. Don't get me wrong. Those are really delicious wines, but it's just so much more to it
Right.
than that.
Right.
And it just became a passion, more or less, that, I just wanted everybody to experience what I experienced because I had so much fun doing it.
right.
So I just wanted everybody else to just, understand it better and kind of open their eyes to the world of wine because it's an amazing world. It really is. And my friends see it now. Like now I have a lot of friends who I've kind of, converted a little bit. Like they don't drink, liquor anymore. Like they're
Right.
wine lovers now.
Right. Wine
So
lovers.
you the wine lady.
I'm the wine lady. And I mean, I have my friends now, like even now, they'll, shoot me a text or call me up. Yeah, well, I have a taste for this tonight. Where should I go? Or I'm over here at this restaurant. Here's a screenshot of the wine list. What do you think I should drink? I'm having a steak. I'm having some fish.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So,
But many people don't know that certain wines go with certain foods.
There's a parent.
Yes.
and
They're just
that's-
like, I
Oh,
like what I
my
like,
goodness.
and you're
Yeah.
like, you're drinking the wrong
Right,
wine
exactly.
with
With
that.
everything.
and you know
Exactly.
what? You know what? To bust that myth too, what's so great about it is that now there's so many what they kind of call them rogue winemakers, but it's really the adventurous winemakers now. They're coming up with all these different sorts of blends and different types of wines that can go with really anything.
Anything.
You can drink them by themselves, or you can drink them with food.
Well, see, I've always looked at wines as being when you're eating and drinking as being a way of continually seasoning your food because
Absolutely.
it awakens certain parts of your palate.
Absolutely.
And because of that, you taste your food better.
Yes,
you
you do.
actually enjoy your food better based on the wine you're drinking.
That
That's
is
why
very
they've
true.
always married certain flavors and certain essence with a meat or a fish or so that your tongue is excited when you
Mm-hmm. It
eat that
is.
food.
And it brings out all of the flavors of the food.
Yeah.
That's why the sommelier is so important,
See?
to restaurants and to the chef because they
Right.
get together, they sit around, they taste this, they taste that, and they figure out, okay, what pairs best with this particular dish.
What's gonna wash
It's-
that off?
And,
Right.
you know,
It's
if,
important.
if you go to your higher end restaurants, I worked in a high end restaurant before. They train the servers, and in most places the servers, they taste the wine and they pair the wine
Right.
with the food. So if you don't know, 9 out of 10 times your server
They
or the
can make
manager, somebody,
recommendations.
they can
Right.
they can
Absolutely.
recommend
See,
it.
I've been
to
to
you.
places where they bring the wine out first, and if you choose your wine first, you're really doing yourself a disservice, because if you don't know what you're going to eat, then how can you compliment it?
Well, if you're
You know.
just having a glass of wine before you start, you can always get a bottle once the
Yeah,
dinner-
I can agree with
And
that.
I do that a lot. Like when I go out to eat, I always cleanse my palate
Right, you have
with an
to.
aperitif. So I'll start out with like a really light-bodied sparkler.
Okay.
That's just my personal preference.
That's fine.
But that's what I like to start off with. Just something to sort of kind of cleanse my palate and get me ready for my appetizer or what
Right.
have you. Or I'll get something that if I'm having an appetizer, it can go, where I can drink it by itself, which means that it's quaffable. That's a new little vocabulary word.
Word of the day.
Quaffable.
Word of the day. Quaffable. I want everybody to use that in a sentence next week.
What did
Right.
quaffable mean?
Quaffable just means easy drinking.
We are going to
Yeah.
come right back and find out what quaffable means
Oh.
and see if you can use it in a sentence.
Yes.
QUOFF. We'll be right back. Stay woke.
I want some quaffles. Quaffable.
because we've got Cool
all
Dads
kind-
Rock doing things.
Right,
We've got
right.
that, we've got constant events going on. So I'm glad that we are able to touch so many people with this show, and impact them in a way that they're not only becoming more aware of themselves, but more aware of businesses in their area that
Yeah.
they can patronize.
Right.
Yes, yes, and just to be inspired.
Yeah.
You know, like there's somebody out there that's inspired right now. You know, that never thought about anything to do with wine.
Yeah.
You know, but love wine.
Yeah.
They probably spending like $50 a week on some wine. Well, I mean, not
Right.
Nah.
That's a great.
not the ones with the paper bags. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
the classy.
Not
No, I'm
Ned.
just kidding.
Nah, what you said, bad dog 20.
Mad Dog. Oh my
goodness.
Mad
Hey,
Dog.
I grew up on
Sean
that.
said that's when you used to drink.
Man, he said turned up to
I
the
was
head.
cleaning my palate.
No, but really, there's somebody listening that's really inspired by what you're doing, you know. And so, thank you for joining us. I
Well,
really
thank
do
y'all for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Yeah, no doubt
Yeah.
about it. No doubt.
You opened my eyes to a few things.
You
Now,
sure.
now that's
Good.
something different to
I'm
do
glad.
during the week, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, so I'm definitely getting on the email list, find out where you are, and make sure I can pop up with the
Yeah,
Vino
come
van.
pop up with me.
Because I knew that there were vans that went up there. I knew there were vans that went up there, but I didn't know that there was a minority on van.
Right,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
makes all the difference.
Well, there's only one Vino van, so don't even
Vino
try to
van.
don't even
Yes.
Google all the
Vino
other ones.
van.
Right,
There's only
VINO.
VANLOC.
Yeah, Autumn, you have to do the commercials.
Yeah.
Please,
Oh,
could you
yeah,
please
Drop
offer
the
the
Vino.
Make
I love
sure
that.
that you reach out to the Vino van. That's VINO VANLLC on all social media platforms. Make sure you take care of this sister right here. And you know, this is really good because sororities are always
Yeah.
having sisterly
first thing I
relation
thought
events. You know, so
Yeah.
that's a really wonderful
Yeah.
sisterly relation event.
Is that,
That'd be great.
is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Fraternity,
Sisterly
sorority.
relations.
Yeah, it's called
That's
sisterly
all.
relations,
Come
where
take a
you
ride with me.
socialize,
Yeah.
and get together, or you and your sisters, or you and your friends, or if you want to do something with your bridesmaids. I mean, this
Absolutely.
is like
Yeah.
a
That would
really
be awesome.
wonderful,
great
wonderful.
bonding
event.
time.
It is a great
Yeah.
bonding time.
And just the
So,
knowledge that you have behind the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah,
it's not like you-
industry. It's
yeah.
not like you just going to just
Oh, yeah, no.
you know.
It's an education.
Definitely.
Definitely
It's
educated.
very fun and
Behind.
educational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So
Well,
you
we're gonna
don't
do
feel
whatever
like
we
you
can to support your business.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank
And keep in touch with us and let us know what's going on with you and,
sure will.
and your events and stuff. That's awesome, man. I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
I'm excited too. I'm excited.
He's Dap over there thinking about what little old lady he can take out to the Vino van.
Listen, man, I need to put this out here right now.
Show her some taco meat.
I need to put this out. I am happily married.
he's
My wife
married.
is beautiful. I love my wife, but she know I got a thing for older women. Look, I got hit. I don't even be trying. I went to the bank today. And the old lady at the front was hitting on me at the bank. She's like, "Yo, you have a nice smile." You know? I'm like, "Yo,
Granny Boo.
right." I mean, she was kind of fly though. I'm not gonna front. It's always the cute
Here go a
ones.
little taco.
It's always
the cute
It's always the
ones.
cute older
Listen to
women.
them.
You know what I mean? So I ain't
That
mad at
It's a
it.
little short older woman.
Sometimes it be tall. I'm just saying.
Dap, how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
They're all tall.
Oh, you got jokes.
goodness.
We the
Vino
same
van.
height, homie. What are you talking about?
But I didn't announce it. I didn't announce it.
Dewan gonna have all. Dap is gonna have all of his old women on the van.
Right.
And he gonna be the only male, and he gonna have all his old ladies.
I'm
And he
just-
like them old too.
I'm just saying.
Doing
But
the bus stop.
70.
Doing the bus.
Right,
They got
But
experience.
seriously, this
They
is-
drink
Oh,
wine.
see, absolutely. And this is a say. While y'all were speaking, I was jotting down the fact that the Vino van is an absolute perfect opportunities for fraternities, sororities, social clubs. I mean, anyone to step up to the plate
Right.
and support a black-owned business, and do it in such a way that that you still are representing your name and your brand in a positive light, but educating others and pulling people together for to commune, basically.
Yes.
Word of the day.
Hey.
No.
about the
What
fourth
was the
word
other
of
word
the
of the
day.
day? Quaffle?
Oh,
Okay,
waffle.
I
You said
Quaffable.
I need to hear that in a sentence again.
Well, you can say, oh, this Sauvignon Blanc that I'm drinking is very quaffable.
I just learned how to say Sauvignon. Well, I didn't say that right. No, let me stop.
We're gonna have a
I just
lesson
read
on
the
that.
bottle like, okay, and that's the one. That's the one she asked for. Look.
Very good, sir. So I do want to give this shout before we run out of time because I said I was going to do it earlier. My man Evan, who just wrote a book called The Black Billionaires Club. Make sure you go online and you buy that. The Black Billionaires Club. He just wrote the book. I think he's sold out. So if you go online and order it, don't be surprised if it takes a little while because he has to get reprints. He's sold out 3 times already. It's a popular book, so make sure you get yours. But he also has a Instagram page where you can follow him. It's financial_educator. So he's a financial educator as well. So you can get your finances on. Yo, man, I love plugging black businesses. And so as much as I can do it, that's what I'm going to be doing. Y'all can be mad if you want to. But you going to know where to buy something from a black person.
But that's a good thing. That's
Yeah.
That's a
It's
great
a beautiful
thing.
It is.
I just
It
want to
is.
shout out to Nikki, who's following us right now on YouTube. Also, Jamelia Jones, the Tropic Show, Tropic Sports Show, who is right here on IBNX Radio. So thanks for the love out there.
Tropic Sports.
And keep plugging because that's just one way of networking, one way of letting somebody else know what's going on.
Right.
Um,
And I want to give a shout out to my sorority sister, Nicola.
Absolutely.
And if you want some really good Jamaican food, let me tell you right now.
Oh, yeah,
let me
please,
tell you
please.
right
I
now.
love Jamaican
You
food.
need to go to
Oh, wait, you talking-
Taste of Paradise. Let me tell you something.
Where that
Taste
at?
of Paradise. It is at, I want to say it's 4530 Lawrenceville Highway. In Lilburn, Georgia.
Google it.
Yes, Google it. But it's called Taste of Paradise. It's the food is amazing. They have escovitch. Let me tell you something. They got escovitch at Taste of Paradise. The food is wonderful. The service is amazing. They actually have like a small event space, so if you need to hold a meeting or something like that, they have a space that you can rent out. If you want to have a small gathering, it's right next door. But that's my girl Nicola.
Now,
And
and
rem-
if you're downtown, then you're gonna have to go to Mango. right beside. It's right beside the Peacock.
Yeah.
And make sure if
I
you
need me some cocoa bread.
if you missed
go
any
down
of the
there,
segments, they are all on Demetrius Mimi Johnson Trotter's page or
of them.
my YouTube page, Miss Autumn Monroe, MISSAUTUMNMONROE, and
love
that's
it.
my social media as well. I love y'all.
Pippin.
Stay woke. What's up, Amazon? What's up? Hey, Donna. Hey,
doing
Songborns.
commercials.
Hey, everybody.
It's just,
This
it's
is a
just
shout
we
out.
sending
This is a
shout
shout
outs.
out.
I'm
Say,
sorry.
shout out.
We're gonna send a shout out to my homeboy DeAndre Holt and the Men of Excellence.
Who we will
They're-
see next week.
They're talking about their community service and what they can do with the community and how they can help out people with community service hours.
Oh, shoot.
Absolutely.
I wish I would
So,
have known
yeah,
you like
I know, right?
10 years
So that's
Years
who
ago.
we'll be talking to
Lord,
next week.
I mean, help
So
us, Lord.
please join us next
Yeah.
week because that's a black-owned business that has come onto the scene and immediately is helping others to help themselves. So we know the community service hours, we know what that means. So, but this is a fun way to get your hours and actually spend some time at a sports event.
And I also want to send a shout out to Badru in the DUI school down there in
Also
Union
coming
City.
on in a couple weeks.
That's what's up.
I know, you know,
Helping
I'm
you get
type
your
of black
points off your
businesses.
license.
Right.
Right.
We got
And don't
got the
forget
winemakers.
that Bronzeland Film Festival is this weekend, starting on Wednesday. Bronzelens.com, and make sure that you know about the National Coalition of 100 Black Women and their Unsung Heroines Gala is this weekend as well. Stay woke.
So you hear it in the background, don't you?
Right.
So I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
thank everybody for taking the time to join us this week, and it's been an awesome evening. And I just want to go around the table very quickly and let everybody say just one of your many social media handles, so that people will know who to follow, how to connect with you. If you follow us on one, you can follow us on any. If you follow us on any, you can follow us on many. So Joy.
You can follow me on @JoyLeah on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. And you guys stay woke tonight.
You can follow me on Daps World on Instagram and Dap Paxton on Facebook. I'm gonna have to get down with that Snapchat thing. I gotta figure that out.
And of course, you all know that it's Autumn Monroe on Twitter, AutumnMonre, and on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat is Miss Autumn Monroe, MissAutumnMonroe. Thank you to all my friends and family and everyone for watching and supporting me. I love you. Stay woke.
And it's Sean C. Robinson, spell it right. SEAN C. Robinson, ROBINSON. That's on Facebook.
Have to spell it.
Wait a minute, am I there? And on Twitter. And of course, For Conscious Party. So if you're following us on Instagram, it's just For Conscious Party. If you're following us on Facebook, just join one of our discussion groups, take one of the polls, let us know what we should be talking about and who our next guest should be. Because we're listening to you, because you're listening to us. So until next week, everybody, we want to thank our guests
Yeah. Billy
Vino
Harris,
Van.
the Vino
Vino
Van
Van.
LLC.
Yes.
for joining us this week and making these couple hours that much more special. And we invite all of
Thank
you to
y'all.
share the table with us again next week. And until that time, do us all a favor. Stay woke.